All right, so we're rolling. Howdy, and this is OldHandsaw, Sean, and basically it's Labor Day weekend. How about that? End of summer, and I purchased a Lego kit here back. Oh, probably towards the beginning of summer. Let me open this one up here. There we go. And basically, it's a I can't turn it this way because it won't fit screen, but it's the Marvel, the Infinity Saga Infinity Gauntlet, and been came probably a few weeks ago, and I've been looking for some time to actually put this thing together. Pretty excited about it. I got this one, and I also got a Moss Eisley Cantina that I don't know when I'm going to do or if I have the room to do it. I might have to get out the big table for that. But this is me just kind of testing out my new setup too. I've since before summer, I've set up a whole new desk set. I got a new L-shaped desk, so hopefully I got more room to spread out a bit. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm probably going to be playing music through my headphones because like I said, now a lot of people join in, but if they do, we'll hang out and chat for a bit, which is cool. And I was also going to show y'all something else that I ordered. I found this on eBay, and it shipped all the way from Korea. And I put it together Friday night. I didn't do it during the stream because it had electronics in it. But it's, I don't know if y'all remember from 1978, Battle of the Planets, or if y'all ever caught the actual version of the show called Gatchaman. This is the Phoenix, and it is a model kit, and it's fairly pretty much, I thought it was going to need glue, and then I started putting it together, and it's like, oh, it pretty much all just kind of snaps together. And it's a pretty cool set, and it's got, that thing lights up a bit. Let me switch, get better. There we go. That's another angle there. You can see it's got the LEDs in the back, which is pretty sweet. But it also comes with several options because you can actually, and this one, it doesn't have the decals yet because this is like decals from hell right here. I haven't put decals on anything since the 80s. And these aren't stickers. These are cut them, wet them, stick them on. So that's going to be a project for another weekend. But yeah, kind of digging that. I'm really surprised. I actually ordered the model kit. It came in, and in the instructions, it kept referencing a lighting LED kit. So I actually had to go back on eBay and order that. And luckily, actually, I found it on Amazon. and it arrived about a week later. So I was able to put together last night. But like I said, it's also got options to where you can, take off the front pieces and the parts down here. You can put landing gear on. It's also got like you can put Mark's jet up there. You can put the race car and the motorcycle and whatever that thing Kia did. I'm referencing the Battle of the Planet show, of course. I can't remember the names from the Gotchmon show, but I do have all the episodes and I have watched them all. But yeah, a nice little, feels fairly sturdy. So I think that bait's pretty good. The only option I left open was the rockets because I thought it just looked cool. Plus, that's the rocket launcher from whenever they flipped it up. But it's also got an option to put the Fiery Phoenix. It's got these orange plastic pieces that go over this and over the wings and the back. It makes it look like the Fiery Phoenix. So, pretty cool. That little display on my new bookshelves that I just built a few months ago. But all right, that's enough show and tell. But yeah, I want to get started on this dude. Switch back over to here. There we go. And it's 590 pieces, so probably won't get it all together tonight. Also, another thing, here's the blade I bought for cutting all those model pieces. And I only cut myself about twice. It says fingers. Okay. There we go. So, always get nervous about opening up Lego kits. This is a lot of gold pieces. But only 3 bags. Not counting the internal bags. So put a little handy dandy small pieces thing here. Feedback on when. We'll do that later. Bag number 1. So also, if anybody pops in, I put a link for the StreamYard. If anybody wants to go live with me right now, wouldn't mind hanging out, chat. You don't have to show your face if you just want to show up on screen. I'm usually just leaving it at this one here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing started. And we might have a part 2 episode later. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I didn't cut myself. There we go. One. Empty. And we have a couple smaller bags. We'll mull this stuff out first. So yeah, it's Labor Day weekend, end of summer. It was a hot one, and looks like COVID numbers are starting to go up again. But we did get lucky earlier in the summer, and we're able to go home. I'm from up in Indiana, southern Indiana, so I did actually get to go home and see most of my family during July when everything looked like it was kind of hopeful and optimistic. It seems to kind of be going the other way right now, which is kind of depressing because I don't know what that's going to mean for Christmas this year. Now, luckily, I found StreamYard last year, and was able actually to put together a family reunion of sorts online for last Christmas. And I think everybody was happy with that. Got a little chaotic, but it was just kind of nice having some way to hang out with everybody back home. I think the kids liked it. And I actually put together a special montage video that I premiered to the family, and I think some of them enjoyed it. Some of them just didn't really pay attention to it, I guess. But like I said, it was chaotic. There's a lot going on. So, second that. So this doesn't look so bad yet. Just kind of taking inventory. And my hands feel really swollen right now. Tall pieces. Yeah, the first thing it seems like everybody asks whenever they see this is, will it fit on your hand? It doesn't look like it'll fit on your hand unless you had really tiny hands. Mine are all swollen because I pretty much ate a whole box of spicy Cheez-Its today, which is like a sodium bomb. What did I do with that fancy knife? I put it back where it belonged, so I couldn't find it. In fact, there might be Cheez-It dust on this table. No. Yes. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you all can hear me. I'm kind of like away from the mic, and I'll probably knock into it like 18 times or more. But been kind of a interesting week here. I went to the endodontist this week. Last week I had an infection under an old root canal, which pretty much caused some sleepless nights. I think I hyperventilated once, according to my wife, and ended up went to the dentist. I went to the dentist, and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to get that looked at. Make an appointment with the endodontist." But while we're at it, that front tooth, the one in front of that infected one, it's looking kind of bad, and it's gonna need a crown. They're like, "We've got some time. We can go ahead and prep that crown." And stupid me said yes, not realizing that they have to give me several shots, and they're going to be grinding down that tooth. So that night when I got home from the dentist, I was in severe pain. Like you wouldn't believe. And it seemed like during the days it would do better, and then at night it happened again. So I ended up going back to the dentist 2 days later, and he gave me some Vicodin. because I've been taking a cocktail of Tylenol and ibuprofen all week. Pretty much rattled when I walk, but my fear was I was going to mess up my liver taking all that medication. So he gave me the Vicodin, and that first visit, he also gave me some amoxicillin. So it took about a couple of days for the amoxicillin to kick in. And for the past few days now, actually yesterday I went it was a little twingy, but mostly pain-free. So I'm kind of weaning myself off the medication as long as I don't irritate it. It's really sensitive to cold. But so Tuesday, not only am I taking Monday off, I'm taking Tuesday off, and I'm going back to the dentist. And I'm getting a root canal. And also they are going to go back inside that infected one, and they're going to clean it out, put some sedative down in there, and hopefully a couple weeks later they can go ahead and put crowns and everything. So this might be the last Legos that I buy for a while, because apparently teeth are more expensive unless I can figure out a way to put that into a filling or a crown. Would that be cool? Lego fillings. Put that in your jaw. Stick it on there with a little Sensodyne toothpaste. You'd be good. All right, so we're knolled out here. And I'll kind of show you where we're at. And that's kind of what the knoll mess looks like right there. Back to overhead. I'm going to take a sip of Coke. So, what else is going on? Well, we pretty much remodeled the entire house, and now we're just waiting to fill it full of furniture, which, of course, we had to get rid of all the old furniture. So we don't have a living room set or a bedroom set. We're kind of roughing it. And I think the bedroom set is coming Tuesday. Yay. But we did away with the carpets in the hallway and the living room. And now we have like vinyl flooring, like hardwood. And since there's no furniture, no rugs, everything inside this house is an echo chamber. So if you hear dishes crashing or footsteps behind me, don't worry, I'll hear them coming. But yeah, it's very loud in this house right now. And it's just from lack of, actually just all the sound reverberating off we have a vaulted ceiling in the living room. So, it's like tap dancing school in there. I did hook up my guitar in there while it was empty and got some sweet reverb. Stuff like this. And I can confirm for you that during this show, there will not be any Shang-Chi spoilers because I did not go to the theater to see Shang-Chi. I'm probably going to be one of those that waits 45 days to go see it just because I really don't feel comfortable about going out to the theaters right now. And I almost don't feel comfortable about going out anywhere right now, to be quite honest. It's just a lot of cruel people out there. That's one of the reasons why we worked so hard on getting this house, because we kind of figured like, well, we already have one friend who's a realtor. She asked, now that you fixed up, are you going to sell it? I was like, no. I kept thinking of that Han Solo line in Return of the Jedi. It's like, you're going to die here. That's convenient. So, yeah, we're kind of fixing it up because we're getting older. And the house is like 24 years old this month. So it's getting to the point where things are just kind of falling apart. I think I did that backwards. Let's do this. There we go. Pay attention to my holes. So yeah, got the house looking nice. Wait, yeah, that's those. This was small, so we want the long ones. And hopefully, when the living room furniture gets here, hopefully before October, we'll be able to have a couple friends over and just kind of hang out. Kind of social distance get-togethers. Maybe one of the things we did last year was we put together a nice deck. So how that goes? It's weird looking. I guess so. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Graham, where are you when I need you? I miss Graham. Okay, that's going to hold that in there. Okay. I guess. Yeah, because they're leaning, so I guess it's supposed to do that. Let's see what's going on over here. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's just kind of me tonight. Things usually get quiet on the internet on the holiday weekend. That's when all the podcasters take their time off, and probably rightfully so. Of course, that's when everybody else is at home all day bored, like me. Ooh. Did y'all hear the air go off? I did. So, speaking of air, so the week before I had the tooth pain, we also had the new floors installed. The old carpet ripped up, the new floors installed. And on the day, about 2 days before the painters arrived, the air conditioning stopped working. So it was like only pumping like 80 degrees. Or it was like, I think it got about 86 by the end of the week, almost close to 90 in here. And we had painters working, which kind of sucked for them. But so, of course, that's one of those things. Now, here's the thing. We've already replaced that air conditioner unit about 11 years ago. So this dude's coming back and saying, yeah, you probably got about another year and a half on that. Which I guess they don't make them like they used to, because that doesn't really seem like a long time to have something new to fall apart that quick, especially air conditioning part of your house. But he kind of theorized that when they pulled up the floor, it created a lot of dust, like on the filter, and just blocking up the AC, and I think it froze it up, whatever freezes up inside of there. And he's thinking it just got frozen up because the filter got clogged up from all the dirt from the rugs. So he's going to come back in October and just kind of check things out again. Probably charge us $300 for that. And hopefully we won't have to start saving for an air conditioner just quite yet. But I cannot imagine the pain that I was in the other night, or past 2 nights, or those 2 nights. Now, if the AC was also broken, I think I would have probably just lost my mind, because I do not like to be hot. And if I get too hot, I'll go sleep in my car. Okay, pay attention, Sean. Just totally went wrong on that. Okay, we're going to correct. I don't think it's really going to matter, but until I tear everything up. Okay, let's try this again. Now, these black pieces are really flimsy. Okay, we'll try this again. There we go. That's all right. Nobody's watching. Okay, I gotta make sure that stays out there. Now, put these on the inside. I don't think that mattered, but it might later on. So yeah, I'm hearing good things about Shang-Chi, which is good. I'm looking forward to seeing it eventually. We kind of had COVID hit close to, well, actually, that week where my tooth was hurting. Actually, my wife and daughter had to go get tested. And then a few days later, I had to go get tested. So, kind of scary, but when I came back from the dentist's office the day after, I was coughing a lot. Which, I don't know, maybe that happens when you sit there in a chair for 2 hours with your mouth open. You just get kind of dry. But in this day and age, it's a little freaky and scary. don't look like no gauntlet yet. Flip it back over. I think I just pushed all my parts away. Okay, the air conditioning definitely clicked off because I'm getting warm. It's because I have every light in the room pouring down on top of me. Okay, that goes on the base. Okay, here comes a lot of pieces. Okay, let's check on something there. Okay, let's do this. I want to try something. I'm gonna go with. Let's go with this angle. You can see. It's really not a good angle with these cameras, is there? Yeah, I'll go back to that one. So, what else? What have I been watching lately? What have I been watching lately? I just watched a neat music documentary. I actually watched it back in July, but it was a movie called The Sparks Brothers. And it's a real band called Sparks. I don't know if you ever heard of them. A lot of people haven't, but they've been around for 50 years. and they're kind of like a eclectic type band. Not to everyone's taste, but like I said, they've been around for that long and never quite hit it like super famous. I mean, they're known by musicians. I mean, I became aware of them. They've been around since 72 or 73. They kind of hit my radar around 1980 because I guess the weird thing about the group is I don't know if you've ever seen this keyboard player. His name is Ron. It's two brothers. It's Ron and Russell Mael, Mael, and they've been together for well, brothers forever, but like a band for like 50 years. They've had like different members in the band, but they're the one constant. And the older brother who plays keyboard, Ronald, he like earlier in the band, he had, honest to goodness, well, you could either say Hitler mustache or Charlie Chaplin mustache. But he's kind of like the creative. He's the keyboard and writes the music and lyrics and all that. And then the brother is the good looking one that sings, looks like T-Rex. And yeah, it's just it's a happy, fun documentary about, it's about 2.5 hours long. And it's actually directed by Edgar Wright, who did Shaun of the Dead and Baby Driver, stuff like that. But it kind of came out, I guess, during the time of COVID. So, but I watched it a few months ago, and it's actually available on for download now digitally. And the cool thing about the digital is it's got like a ton of extras. Ton of extras. It's got like bonus interviews, bonus segments, and then they actually put there's like a 2-hour concert on there that they did on their last tour that Edgar Wright actually filmed, and I kind of watched that today, and it just kind of makes me love the music more. Because there was an album that came out in 2017 called Hippopotamus, and it kind of flew past my radar. There's a couple songs on there that were interesting. I think one was actually called Hippopotamus, and the other one was called What the Hell Time Is It? Or What the Hell Is It This Time? But it's basically just like, stop bugging God with your prayers. But yeah, it turned me back onto that album, and I kind of gave it a re-listen. It's like, oh man, this is actually a great album. But they're kind of cheeky with their music, and it's not for everyone. Like I said, the brother that sings, he kind of has a falsetto, and the thing of it is, his falsetto kind of still, it's hanging in there after 50 years, which is surprising. Because, you usually, that's when they start bringing in the backup singers to kind of hit those high notes like Billy Joel does, like an Innocent Man. It's like on tour, he doesn't hit those high notes anymore. It's a female singer in the background or somebody hitting that note for him, which, hey, you got to do that. It's you can't try or fake it or whatever. So good on Billy Joel. I think I saw him in '94 live, and I think somebody back then was already doing that vocal for him. So that might have been like a one time in the studio. Okay, I can do it once, and that's it. Oh crap! Put that on there. Should have done all that before I put it on there. Okay. But yeah, very good documentary. I highly recommend it. It's worth, I think it was only $14.99, but with all the bonus features. And I think once you listen to it, you'll become a fan. It kind of re-sparked, pun intended, my enthusiasm for him. much to my wife's chagrin, because I don't think she cares much for them. But yeah, being around that long, they kind of started out as a rock band. And then they actually moved to England, and I think they were more popular over in England. So everybody actually thought they were an English band, and they weren't. And then they came back to the U.S., and then they kind of were at the forefront of the 80s techno, not techno, but like new wave electronic type music. Did some stuff with Giorgio Moroder, and yeah, it's like just a total shift of styles. Okay, why are you looking for that one? And it worked, and then they kind of dropped off again, and then they come back, and now they do this more kind of like orchestral and operatic, and just it's weird to hear a band whose songs actually get better as they get older, because they had some catchy pop hits starting out, and then some catchy dance songs, and now it's just they have songs like just earworms that get in your brain, and you can't get. One of the weird things about their music is it's almost like a mantra type thing where there's like repeated phrases, and those repeated phrases get in your brain. I mean, they got a song right now called Lawnmower, and just I cannot get that song out of my head. Let's see here. Okay, so this is going to hold the thing to the thing. But enough about them. Also watching, I started binge watching Titans now that I have HBO Max. And I'm pretty much done with the first 2 seasons of Titans. I like it. It's not quite as weird and out there as Doom Patrol, which is another one that I like. So now I can start digging into season 3, since I think it just started on HBO Max, and then season 3 of Doom Patrol starts in about a week or 2. And I think their last season got cut short because of COVID. So, but judging from the trailer, it's going to be all weird and stuff. Strange. Four times. Hit me 4 times. So yeah, I have got that Mos Eisley Cantina sitting back there behind my door. And one of these days, that might be a Christmas one. A Christmas project for me. Oops. What are you doing? What are you doing? Dope. Okay, I'm not paying attention. There we go. Yeah. So I was looking online the other day, and they said that somebody ordered that Mos Eisley kit, which that kit took me like 8 months to get. I'm trying to get all my kits through Lego now, direct online, so I can get the points, get bonus points and stuff. And every time I sent a thing, so they would send me an email anytime it came in stock. And every time I got the email, opened it up, went to the website, it was sold out. So one day I just got lucky, and there it was. So, and I always told myself, and of course it came at the worst time when I probably couldn't afford it. But it happened at the worst time when, it became available. But I promised myself, if it ever became available, I'm buying it. And I stuck to it, and I bought it, and it's sitting over there. And one of these days, it will happen. But it's gonna be the same thing like that. My wife bought me a Millennium Falcon a couple of years ago. Excuse me. A couple of years ago, and I put that one together. I put that together on a big old folding table. No, it didn't break or fall. But when I got it together, I had nowhere to keep it. So I ended up taking it back apart, which took about another month. It took about 2 or 3 weeks to put together. It took about a month to put it in storage because I had to go out and buy Rubbermaid things to put it in. And now it is sitting under our bed. And one of these days, I want to put it back together, but I really don't want to take it apart again. I'd like to display it somewhere, but I have nowhere to display it. It's not a huge house. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get rid of it. And it was so expensive. I was like shocked. On that Christmas morning, there was a big box sitting there. I'd been sitting under the tree for weeks. I'm like, what the hell is it? It's like an office. Maybe it's a new office chair. And I opened that thing up, and I was shocked. I mean, seriously, who pays that much money for Legos? I must be loved. So, yeah, that's the dilemma of having cool kids. Nowhere to put them. What did you do? Dude, okay. I have to read those over. Unplug my headset, sorry. Nah, I gotta start reading those little things where it tells you to turn the direction of the thing. There we go. Like that. Okay. I was going the wrong side. There we go. Brilliant. So apart from that, I've been watching the What Ifs on Disney Plus. Been digging those, but they're kind of downers too. The last episode was pretty sad. Yeah, a few. I don't know. I guess the T'Challa one, Star-Lord, was kind of optimistic. But then it was sad because Chadwick Boseman kind of bummed me out. So, yeah. I mean, you're all happy, and then they run that little tribute at the end, and you're like, oh, crap. But that also kind of hit me last night. I was watching Doom Patrol with my friend Ed, and I had forgotten that it was the episode that had Ed Asner. He was at the hospital with Rita, the character on that show, and I just kind of sighed, so, Ed Asner. And I was thinking, wow, that had to be like his last role in 2017, maybe. And like, I looked on the Internet Movie Database, and there's like just 8 or 9 other credits beyond 2017, 2018. And I'm like, well, crap, Ed Asner was like just he was doing always, and that's kind of like the actor he was. But he was never like too good to not show up in the animated series. I know he was on a lot of Warner Brothers stuff. Shoot, Freakazoid. He played Cosgrove on Freakazoid, the cop. And funny as hell. I mean, I think he got it. He was a working actor. I'm sure he won some Emmys, definitely. He may have won them for same character at 2 different shows. But yeah, I think he's one of the greats. And from what I heard, he did a lot for getting actors their rights. So good on him. Rest in peace. Oh, we just gotta watch out for Betty White. We gotta keep her around, right? Betty White, Betty Wright. That's kind of weird. Really? No, I did it wrong. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. I'm talking to myself. Okay, that's gonna go right in our maybe right up there. There we go. Oh, sweet. It's getting closer to the camera. Oh, man. Okay, we're getting down to the last couple here, and I think I'm gonna take a break after this. And we will probably do a part 2 and maybe a part 3. I don't have to go to work Tuesday, so I may do a stream tomorrow, just for the heck of it, because I'm bored. These 3-day, 4-day weekends just kill me. And the thing of it is, I look forward to them, but like by Sunday night, I'm like, oh, come on. I don't know. Maybe later tonight, if I'm awake, I'll jump back on and finish this one up. But no rush. No rush. Where'd you put that one? You put that one. Oh, there it is. That and that. Oh, okay, that's going to keep it tight. There we go. Barely. Okay. And let's make sure I can put this on there right. Look at that. Oh, sweet. That's kind of where all that is. So I imagine that's going to be the nameplate. Another decal, of course. That's, I guess, pretty much the base. So that's a good start. And that was a little under an hour. So probably take another couple hours to do the other ones. I have a feeling that that's going to be tricky because you're going to have a lot of the same colored parts, maybe. On the outside. Oh, no, these wide pieces. I have a feeling this is not going to be as big as I thought it was going to be. Which is good. It'll fit on the shelf pretty nice. And it articulates. So there we go. Number 2. We'll do that a little later. I don't want to go too long tonight. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, part 1. And oh, by the way, our friend Ken Knapsack, he is doing pop rock and radio on Mixcloud. Check him out if anybody's not familiar with Ken, he does a pretty cool radio show. He releases once a week on Mixcloud. Just look it up under Ken Knapsack's Pop Rockin' Radio. It's pretty fun. It's about an hour of music, and he kind of like goes into detail of what makes those songs cool and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of a sweet deal. I think I'm going to get out of here, and we'll end the show, and hopefully somebody will watch this later. I'll talk to you later.